Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. Going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series. And we're going to be taking a look at the 4th normal raid in the Dawn Trail expansion. And we're just going to be shortening this one to M4. When the fight begins, you will want to keep the boss as close to the center line as you can. Going to start off with Wrath of Zeus. This is just going to do party-wide damage that you will need to heal through. We'll then do Sidewise Spark, which is going to cover half of the platform with an AoE depending which side has lightning on it. Now this is why you want the boss towards the center line, as if they're rotated a little bit to the side, the positioning will be off on this and they'll do it kind of sideways on the platform. Boss will then jump to the center, casting Shadow Sabbath. This is going to create a clone that will do the sideways lightning ability from the clone. So you'll need to watch where the clone is being summoned and which side the lightning is on, and then reposition accordingly. After the first one goes off, summon another Shadow Sabbath. So again, you'll just reposition after the clone is summoned. You'll then have a Wicked Jolt, which is going to be the tank buster that is going to do a large line AoE, so make sure you're moving away from everyone else. You'll then jump to the front of the platform, summoning a large gun, and then we'll focus AoEs either on the left or right side of the platform. Whichever side she is shooting at, you'll want to move towards the opposite side, as the rest of the platform is going to be destroyed. She'll then jump to the center of the remaining platform, casting Threefold Blast. This is going to do alternating AoEs in front and behind her, so you'll just need to alternate with them to avoid being hit. Afterwards, she'll cast Fourfold Blast. This time they can do multiples on one side, so you'll need to pay attention as to which side they are on, and then reposition depending on when the AoEs are going to occur. Afterwards, they'll follow with multiple circular AoEs on the platform, so you'll need to avoid being hit by these. And then followed by a Wicked Bolt group up AoE that will hit multiple times, so make sure that you're staying grouped up. So then jump back to the center, and then summoning Wings. This is going to then cause her to jump to the front of the platform and catch Bewitching Flight. You want to stand in between the lasers, as when she charges across the platform, the lasers are going to do line AoEs across it. Shortly afterwards, the line AoEs will begin to light up and then explode. They explode in a range that goes out to the next line, so you need to move behind the next line to avoid the AoE. While this is happening, there will be multiple circular AoEs across the entire platform. And then when it's down to the last line to explode, she'll also do Sidewise Spark on one side, so you'll need to position to the opposite side of the platform to avoid this. Follow up with a Wrath of Zeus for party-wide damage. And then we'll go into 4 sets of Shadow Sabbath. So we're going to have 4 clones that you'll need to be moving in between the AoEs. There is one pattern that you will just be rotating around in a circle, but the other pattern you have to pay attention for, so you'll have to check to see what's going on before just committing. Follow up with a Wrath of Zeus for party-wide damage. And then a Wicked Jolt for the Tank Buster line AoE. Then go back to the front, summoning the cannon again, and this is going to cause her to target either the left or right side. Just reposition once she identifies. She'll then go back to the center of the remaining platform, this time casting 5-fold blast. So again, just identify when you need to change sides. Follow up with circular AoEs on all party members. And then the Wicked Bolt group up AoE that hits multiple times, so make sure that you're staying grouped up. Before heading back to the center and summoning the wings again. This time she's going to cast Shadow Sabbath, creating a clone of her with the wings. That will be on the east side of the platform. So you'll need to identify the opening between the north lasers and the east lasers. This time, 2 separate lines are going to explode at one time. And then when the final set is beginning to explode, the boss will go back to the center, casting Witch Hunt. This will either cause circular AoEs to expand from the center of the platform, moving outwards, or they will start in the outward corner and then go towards the center. So depending on which one you get, you'll need to reposition after they pass to avoid being hit. There will then be another group up AoE that you'll need to group to split the damage for, followed by a Wrath of Zeus for party-wide damage. And then finally, we'll follow up with the Wicked Jolt Tank Buster. Going back to the center, we're going to do Shadow Sabbath again. This is going to do the 4 clones, and then the final AoE from the boss themselves. As you can see, we got the one that you can't just rotate around the platform this time. Follow up with a Wrath of Zeus for party-wide damage. And then a Wicked Jolt Tank Buster. Going back to the front of the platform, summoning the cannon one more time. You'll either move to the left or right, depending on which side she's blasting. And then this time she's going to go to the front of the platform. And we'll do a group up AoE down the entire platform. There's no way to avoid this, so it really doesn't matter where you are, you're going to split the damage. It is better to group though, to help out your healers with healing through it. After the initial AoE goes off, you'll have a second or two before the boss will recover, which is going to summon multiple circular AoEs onto the platform in 2 separate sets. And then it'll follow this up with the group up AoE again. And this will just repeat for the entire rest of the fight until you down the boss. And this should be it for M4. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.
In a shocking turn of events, Wicked Thunder has fled the ring! Our unstoppable upstart is victorious!